Welcome to another edition of On My Decks with Samir Rasta here on GET Network. I know you guys are doing an amazing job. A lot of people are joining the family. If you want to be part of the family, kindly subscribe to this channel. And after this video, you can leave your comment, reasonable comments under the video. And make sure you share the video for others to watch this particular video. For the first time, I am also going to host someone on my decks. It has always been great hosting me on my show. But this time around, I'm also going to host a brother from another mother. And we're going to talk something very important on this deck. So I'll be right back for us to talk more. We're going to talk more. Welcome back. This is On My Decks. Like I said a year on, I have Kojo Kinn here on this deck too. Bro, welcome.
Thanks, Rasta.
First of all, let me ask you, I think you watched a couple of our videos.
Yeah.
What do you think of On My Decks?
Oh yeah, I like the production, the setup, the quality of sound, knowing your background, I know you won't get it wrong. So more grease to your elbows. We just hoping to see more content, and it will be better by the day.
I think we are waiting for people like you to also have your own podcast.
Exactly. Yes. It will happen. A lot of things are happening at the same time, so you need to make sure you position everyone at the right time. So I think very soon, yes, we're going to have that.
That would be very
nice.
Today we're going to talk about our industry, especially the music industry. The Creative Arts Agency CEO has said something, and a lot of people are discussing it. You are a key industry person and also a musician as such, so you'll be the right person to have this discussion with. First of all, she says Ghana needs a unique sound. We need a sound that will identify us on the world market. Do we have, or we don't have?
Thank you for the question. First and foremost, I must say the call from the chairman, as in Madam Gyankroma, yes, isn't a bad idea or a suggestion, because we all know that when it comes to music and with countries, when we mention reggae music, we know where to trace it. When it's about hip-hop, jazz, and all other genres, we can trace it to a particular country. So when it comes to Ghana, when we mention the name Ghana, what kind of sound do we that all comes to mind? And I think that is a conversation that we need to have. We all know high life has been one genre or one sound that Ghana is noted for. I can't say maybe most part of the world, but we know that some fair portion of the part of the world knows that Ghana is in tune with the high life sound. But as to whether, even in recent times, when we mention Afrobeat, everybody talks about Nigeria. Whether we have attained that level with high life, that is a question to answer. So what Gyankroma is putting across isn't a bad conversation, which I think if we all put hands on deck. And she didn't say, okay, let's go with high life. He mentioned that, okay, we have high life and hip life, but it is an open suggestion. We can decide, okay, we think this sound is very viable on the world market. But to me, I think what we have done with high life, the likes of those CBCs have projected high life, Pat Thomas's, Ebo Taylor's, a lot of people, Ambule, Akable, they have all been touring. even recent times, the Sun Trophy bands, the band first, they've been touring and they are projecting High Life. So I think if you want to project a sound, High Life comes tall or stands tall above the rest. Maybe what will come next is Hip Life. So I think we, as an industry, we should accept the suggestion and see how best we can work around it.
I agree with you, but coming from somebody who is in charge of this, is she telling us as the industry people to project highlight music or watch with particular sound? What are they supposed to do? What is the industry supposed to do? Just to have a conversation around it. and
that is right.
like that.
Yeah, that's a good question, because I mean, the last time I was talking about this and I was like, okay, in terms of we agreeing that, okay, let's push this particular sound, I don't think it will come from, let's say, the musicians or certain stakeholders, because the market now is very competitive. It is not about we pushing this sound. It's about what sound will give us that commercial value. And so if I'm a musician, before I would decide that, okay, let me do Afrobeat or reggae or dancehall, it means I've assessed its commercial viability. That is why I'm going for it. And even with the record labels and investors, they will invest in sounds that is being patronized on the world market. So if you are telling me to, let's say, go with High Life, I mean, at this moment, is High Life that's viable? That is the question that we need to answer. It means that this is a long-term project. It is not something that can be done within a short term. So the question or the answer or the solution to this problem will still start from I'm the one who brought exactly.
Yes, because I believe that with the Nigerians and Afrobeats discussion, Nigerians did not come tell us that they are pushing. They have one sound that they want to push. The agenda was underground, and the hands were pushing it and pushing it up to the extent that they were able to get through the American Music Awards to get a category for Afrobeat song of the year. So it means something is working somewhere.
Yes.
So why wouldn't they concentrate on how to help us push? If it's High Life, if it's bringing back Azonto, which was a unique sound for us, and we let it go, or Hip Life is still with us, it's still staying with us, and even we have Ghanaian drill, recognized by Grammy. They're not supposed to do better than
because even with the Afrobeat story, we all know the Fela Kutis when they started way back 1970s, and it has been there until in recent times that we have seen the Burna Boys projecting it on the world scenes. And so if we want to choose High Life, I think High Life is what will do for us.
High Life is what we have.
Exactly, because it is the one that has that. I mean, when you travel to certain parts of the world, when you mention High Life, at least they can connect it to Ghana. So if we put efforts behind it, it will work. But the point is, we need to be very intentional about it in making it more attractive. Last time, funny, in a jovial way, I was saying that imagine we have a High Life Awards, and when you win this award, maybe you are giving 50 acres of land at East Lagos. Of
course, I suggested this, like if the Creative Arts Council can collaborate with TGMA and maybe other awards, and then
the High Life category. they put a price on it.
Price on it.
Yes.
Just to motivate the guys to.
Of course.
Yes, everybody
will go for it. And so they have to be very intentional, make sure that they make that sound very attractive. And one thing is we need to invest more into research and education, because as we speak, the current crop of artists, they find it difficult to even define the high life sound. It is very, very difficult.
But Kojo, how do the award scheme define high life?
No, I'm not even talking about...
No, I know. So there's definitely a criteria.
Oh yes, we know in our ears when we listen, okay, in our ears when we hear one, we can identify that this is a high life because it has been with us for long. But you are aware that when it comes to certain definitions, these people have their definition what constitutes a high life song. It has been a confusion because we understand, but if you want to define it to an outsider, what high life is, it's difficult.
Do people go around defining hip hop and Afrobeat to people?
Oh, of course, they can explain. They can explain. And the reason why I'm saying this is that, you see, if, well, let's say in the next 10 years, we want the new crop of musicians to understand the high life sound, there should be some form of education and understanding of the sound itself. That is when someone will record a high life song and he's labeling it as an Afrobeat song. They don't even want to accept it that this is high life song. So if we start to educate, because I remember when we were in basic school, we were doing music and dance. I remember I was part of the choir, and those days when we want to learn a song, we will learn the surface before we even sing the words. Yeah. So right from the onset, we were being taught the key things of music. So if really we want to achieve this, and I might say again, it is not now. It cannot be attained now. So they need to go deep down. Let's say set an agenda for ourselves. Like in the next 10 to 20 years, we want this particular sound to blow up on the world scenes, and as a sound coming from Ghana. And that's why I mentioned research and education. Research into ways and means that we can make it popular, and the dynamic changes in the world market. If you are introducing high life now, what competition will high life face, and how are we going to make sure that we will beat that competition? And in the education, we have to make sure that in our school curriculum, we have to be deliberate right from the onset. Like we have people around who understand basic element of the making of high life. So let's get all of them on board. Everybody should bring their view. Someone will say when you hear ke ke ke. Someone will say when you hear the guitar. Someone will say this. Well, let's put all together and come to a conclusion, an agreement on a basic definition.
With the help of the award schemes.
Everybody
already have a definition for
everybody that matters.
Yes.
Every keyword that matters. Let them bring the ideas on board. Let's sample all of them and now define it in our own way. So if a 10-year-old boy wants to do high life, he will know that, okay, when I do A, B, C, D, I have the bass. And whatever element they want to add it, that would be this. Because right now, anywhere Black Sheriff goes, he says he's doing high life. He mentions high life. But look at his sound. So exactly. Yes. So if he has that understanding that, okay, no matter how I will feel, say whatever, it is still high life, then we can project it to them. So I think it is a good call, but it will rather start from them by putting certain things together. For instance, even the media. The agency has the power to liaise with the media and set agenda. For last time they met DJs, and the agenda was that they should be intentional in projecting Ghanaian songs. Okay, So if you are going to incentivize these people, motivate them that, okay, Charlie, this is what we want to do. Any content around high life, place premium on them. Give it airtime. Play for people to understand that, yes, this is what we have.
Take like $2 million, come share, give them.
Exactly.
Of course.
Motivate them.
Yes.
It's not like getting the money and using it to build your properties and all of that. Invest in the people. If a DJ is playing and you are motivating them, they will play. Go to the program managers. Go to the owners of these radio and TV stations. Let them understand the goal. Gradually, we will get there. Now, this year of return, always I say that, yes, we have the Afro Nations, the Afro Chella, now Afro Future. Why don't we have an event that is projecting high life? An event of the magnitude of Afro Nation or Afro Future that is strictly high life music.
That's the conscious effort. That's their agency.
Exactly. Which will build from the old high life musicians who are active to the current crop of.
Taylor has not even performed in Ghana here. I've not seen it.
Recently, the 13th All African Nation he performed.
Okay, yeah, okay. That was not a Ghana's concert.
Yes.
Of course, that was for Africa.
Exactly, for Africa.
But in Ghana here, like a concert, whether by the government agencies or whatever, it's just the new ones that we are even seeing performing.
Yeah.
The Botila is there, Ambule is there, Thomas and all
Kojo, you know. So you have initiated an event that's in the December in GH that has caught the eyes of the people in the diaspora. Now in December the world is coming to Ghana, but when they come to Ghana, what are they taking in respect of our sound or our music? You realize most of these platforms, the Afro Nations and the Afro Future, that is the peak or the highlight of musical event. You see that our musicians play second fiddle to other musicians from outside Ghana. Last 2 years, I mean, it was an eyesore when you see the set of some Ghanaian musicians compared to some of them coming from other parts of Africa. You could see that no, it is in our home, but we are playing second fiddle. So I want us to have something like the Afro Nation or the Afro Future that is for high life. Then you are being intentional when they come and enjoy themselves, because we see how the ambulances go there and these whites are dying over the sound. They play typical, authentic high life music, and you see them jamming. They are so happy. They love it. So why is it that we are bringing them home and we are not doing some of these things? So if you want to leave it with the musicians or music executive, then we will have a long way to go. So yes, you have seen that. Then it is still lying on you to make sure that thing happens, because you are at a position that you can push the foundation. You know, if you push the foundation, automatically the artists or the stakeholders will jump on it. And fortunately for them, if they really want, the creative agents, if they really want to do it or they mean it. Now look at the kind of songs dominating our airspace now. Check the Amrados, the Kimpalutes. All of them are high life. And so and these are young musicians who have a lot of lifespan in terms of the music. So if you empower or motivate them to tour this direction, it will influence the rest of the young ones who look up to these guys. So it is time, if really they want to do it, it will be very easier for them. And not long ago, Grammy also recognized the high life. So it means it is on track. It just needs a very good strategy and intentionality, so that I think it's attainable. I like the idea.
And before we wrap up on this topic, how about the DSPs? Like, how do we position high life there? Is that one to the duties of this individual artist to go and do those things for us to be recognized on Audio Mac, Amazon.
No. If you check other countries that they have their offices there, like Nigeria, if Spotify want to open an office in any country, they go through the formalities. So if they are coming and you sit them down that this is what we want to do, we want to make sure that in our space, make sure you project our sound or our music above other music coming from the outside world, and it should be something that will be beneficial to them because they are not doing charity. So make sure that it will be profitable to them, because when they are coming in your country, it's not like they just want to do charity, but they are also looking at the numbers. So if you make it, if you put it to them that, okay, when you are coming to operate in our space, this is what we also want you to do for us, because there are other things that we can also make it easier for you in exchange of this, that you put premium on the music that we are producing in our country. And even if they don't have offices here, I think the Creative Art Agency in collaboration with the ministry can even petition them that we want you to have an office here. What does it take? What are the requirements? What do you think we can do before you have an office here? If we start some of this conversation gradually, we will get it there. It is not a big deal, because if they create it, and at least no matter how small our numbers is, I think we will grow.
Of course.
Yes.
Jamaica has 2 million. They
exactly.
have 2 million or 3 million.
We will grow. Yeah. So they just have to be intentional, and some of these things, it will be easily attainable.
Guys, I'm talking with my brother Kojo Kinn, and we're discussing the music industry and what our Creative Arts Agency,
the director,
chief executive, Gyankroma has said. Gyankroma, I beg, go look for $10 million. Become projected, and it's possible. It's possible.
Very possible.
Talk to your father before he goes. He can at least channel some $10 million.
People both say like, Charlie, you catch only 5 months. Your father they go only 5 months. He they go. Now where you want.